Okay, here's how I start all of my seeds. I use a 10-20 starting tray, and I like to use the ones with the drain holes because I start my seeds outdoors, so I don't have a problem with the drainage of the water seeping through and getting anything wet on the inside of my house or the inside of an indoor container, seed starting container, because I do all my seed starting outside. So I like to have the drain holes in mind because I want to keep my cuts. I want the water to fall completely through my cups and let me add water as needed instead of them standing in water for too long of a period of time, which rots my seeds. Okay, so that's why I use the 10-20 drain tray. Now I use my cups, my seed starting cups. I like to use the ones that have at least a 2 to 3 inch deep cell, because I want to get a good root system through here before I try to pull that little seedling out of there. Next thing I do is I add my seed starting mix, and I make my own seed starting mix. So if you want to learn how to make this stuff at home, you can. We have a video on our channel that explains how to do that and demonstrates it pretty clear. Or you can, if you only have 1 or 2 trays to do, then just simply go buy some seed starting mix at your local nursery. For me, I have many seeds trays that I need to start, so it's more economical for me to make my own seed starting mix. Okay, so next thing I do is I use the mix. And I fill up my tray, my seed starting cells. Once I have it good and leveled off like this, then I come back through here and I mash in all of these seed cells. Mash them in good and tight. Use your fingers, push them down in there, because this thing is just full of air. And if you have air inside these cells when you're trying to start your seeds, they're not going to germinate. You know, you're just wasting your money and your time, and very disappointing. So you want to keep these things good and tight when you get ready to start. So push them down good. And once I have them down, packed in there pretty tight, the next thing I do is I pre-moisten. Some people pre-moisten their soil before they put it in, but I've always found it easier to do it like this. So you can do it either way you want, it's up to you. So now that I got it tight, I pre-moisten each cell by flooding it a little bit. Okay. Let that soak down just for a few seconds. You see, it just gobbles up that moisture, it's so dry. And once I got it where I don't see the water standing anymore, then I tamp down the tray. Now it's really good and tight, and it's moist. I'm going to use some spinach seeds here for this demonstration, simply because the seeds are nice and big and you can see them on the camera. Here's the seeds. Now what I like to do is I like to put 2 to 3 seeds in each cell. I'll let those seeds germinate, and as the seedlings get up, mature, a little bit bigger, where they're an inch or so tall, I'll come in with a pair of scissors and snip off, you know, the weakest looking seedlings and keep the best one. So I thin it down to where I have 1 seedling for each tray. So let's start out by putting a couple seeds in each one of these cells. And I try to make sure that I get them kind of close to the middle of the cell, because if you don't, they run out to the end, you know, to the edge of the cup, and I just don't like them to grow down the edge of the cup. Okay. After I get the seeds in the cups, and I come back and I add in some more soil and level that back off again to where you got right at about 1/4 of an inch of soil on top of those seeds. And right now this looks like I got more than 1/4 inch, but keep in mind it's full of air. So once I get it in there, again, I mash it down a little bit. I hit it with a little bit of water. You'll see it sink down some more, so I'm getting to that 1/4 inch that magic 1/4 inch mark I'm looking for of soil over the top of the seed. You don't have to add very much water that time. And again, I tamp it down. And the last thing I like to do is I always put a tag in my seed trays. I like to write on what that seed is, what that tray is, and what date that I planted it. Okay? Then I stick it right into the corner here in one of the cells, and that tray's ready to go to the seed starting rack. Okay. By his hands we are fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread. Amen.
Have a blessed day.